Back at the zoo today. Today I brought out here the 150 to 600 millimeter lens. I also brought the 1.4 extender. The portion where the rhinos are at is white gravel or even white concrete where the little water is for them. So I was having trouble with that being overexposed, especially with a dark animal. So what I did is I lowered the tripod down. Luckily there's a bench here and I was able to sit down and take some photos from a lower angle, eliminate the white foreground. I've gone ahead and changed to black and white for some of the photographs. And also by getting down low, I was able to get the rhino to be in an area where he's lit and the background is dark, very dark. So I was trying to make it go black and get some nice photos of the rhino. Interesting in some of the photos, hopefully I got it where it was chewing on some branches or leaves. And as it was chewing, the mouth would light up a little bit. And I think that'll be kind of nice because it'll contrast a little bit with the dark background and the dark animal. With the rhino also, I believe that the autofocus system was performing well. It was getting the square on the eye, and when it wasn't finding the eye, it would make a box around the area where the head is. So I think it was performing well as far as what I'm seeing through the viewfinder. It remains to be seen how well the photographs turned out. Part of the challenge is, again, trying to keep that shutter speed high. Especially there was a couple of photos there at the end where I was actually hand holding the camera around 320th of a second, f8 or f7, and my ISO was at least at 1,000. One of the issues I'm having also is that the sun is blowing out the top of the rhino because, you know, basically about 12 o'clock in the afternoon now. So the sun's lighting up that top part of the rhino's head and really overexposing it quite a bit compared to what the face and the eyes are looking like. But hopefully I can pull it off. I am shooting raw so that I can work on the images. So I made it out here to the lion exhibit, and they're both taking a very long nap here thus far. Right now I'm just hoping these lions at least lift their heads up so I can try to get at least a portrait photo of them. So I found a little bit of an opportunity with the female lion. It's basically under an area where it's closed in a way. It's open in the back where you're getting bright light from the sun behind it, but she's inside of a shade, so it makes for a challenging photo opportunity. First couple of photos I took with a pretty slow shutter speed. The camera is on a tripod. I do have the image stabilizer turned on, so I don't know how that combination is going to work out. And then I went ahead and raised the ISO. Still with the camera on the tripod. I still didn't get much past, I believe, 160th of a second. ISO of 2,500. So actually, you know, I could go up a little bit more on the ISO if need be, but at least there's an opportunity there to take some photos with the lioness having her head up and the big long tongue kind of licking herself. The interesting thing about it is how well the box, as far as getting on the eye of the lion, performed. Even when the eyes are closed, it would get on the eye, and if it would lose it, it would have a box around the face. So that's pretty encouraging. We'll see how the images actually turn out. Kind of a nice shot here straight on of the female lioness looking right at me. I'm still going to be dealing with a background that's going to be brighter than where she's at because of the fact that she's enclosed in a shaded area. But you know, I'll raise the ISO and have the camera on the tripod, and hopefully I'll get a couple of decent images. So a couple of thoughts regarding my autofocus and what I'm doing. I like to go ahead and have a box that I move around and select the face of the animal. And then within that I have the face and eye autofocus turned on. Really working out for me if there's more than one subject, or if I want to compose in a different way and make sure that I get that box on the face and focusing on the eye, I go ahead and move the focus box that way. Well, one of the big challenges with the Fuji system thus far is that you have to switch and tell it which type of subject, animal, in my case today, you're trying to photograph. So what I've done is I use the Q button to go ahead and press it in and then select between the bird and animal, which is the main subjects I'm here to photograph it today. A little bit of a challenge, and I wish Fuji would come up with a better way of making this happen a little faster, or perhaps I know the XS20 has this built into the system where it distinguishes between animals, but I believe it's only in the program mode, which is not going to solve the problem for people that are pretty serious about the photography. Stood out here long enough to where now the male lions have their head up, so I'm going to see if I can get a couple of photos. It'll probably just be a portrait, but I'll take a portrait right now. It's kind of overcast right now, so the ISO is probably going to be quite high. What I hope to do is fill the frame with the face of the lion and That way I won't have to crop too much and see how well the image looks. Finally found an opportunity to go ahead and mount the 1.4 extender to the Fuji XF 150 to 600 millimeter lens. That immediately took the aperture to f11. I went ahead and bumped up the ISO. I do have the camera on a tripod, and I managed to shoot with a shutter speed of 500th of a second. It's not an animal that's moving around or anything, but I thought that was a good opportunity to go ahead and see how well the autofocus system performed, and also the image quality of this combination. The box did get on the eye of the animal without any issues, so hopefully the picture will be sharp and we'll see how it turns out. So I've had a nice opportunity here to use the 150 to 600 millimeter with the 1.4 extender attached. Of course, I guess you to an f11 on this lens. You know, it's an overcast day, but I don't feel I've had to raise the ISO something really awful. I do also have the camera on a tripod, and hopefully I'm getting some nice images. For the most part, I'm finding that the camera actually does a pretty good job of getting the box on the eye of the subject. So I also had an opportunity to take some photos of giraffes that were quite a distance away. That was a good opportunity to try the lens with the 1.4 extender attached, and I do believe that I'm at 1260 millimeters at that. I did compose in a way where I'm hoping to be able to crop in a little bit. So we'll see how the image quality turns out, especially when you're cropping in on the image. So this will wrap up my day here at the zoo. Hope you all enjoy. Please like and subscribe, and thank you for watching.